Namaskar. Hello and welcome to P Guru's channel. I'm your host Sri Iyer. Today is a special transmission. I'm live. You can send me questions. This is a big blockbuster of a reveal. So please like this video. And if you have not subscribed to our channel, do subscribe to our channel. So 7th October, all these things, atrocities happened. How quickly did you see that the issue was changed from Hamas to Palestine? And suddenly everybody was talking about free Palestine. What was a simple acts of terror, if you will, completely whitewashed over, and people are starting to talk about Palestine. Well, we have got the toolkit. This toolkit is going to blow your mind because it's a very comprehensive construction and it is being changed by the hour. And I'm going to show you some of the data there. I don't want to give you the link because if I give you the link, they'll change the link and then they'll go back and do the same thing that they've been doing thus far. But the cat is out of the bag, guys. This time they have had it. We've got our hands on this toolkit. What you're going to see now is going to really blow your mind. Here we go. I'm using special words here so they know that I'm not like just trying to make up all these things and say, yeah, this guy is a toolkit conspiracy theorist. No, I have special words in this that will tell them, look, we know we have got your kit and you better go and retool that thing, or better still throw it away and start reflecting what Hamas really did. So National BDS and Palestine Solidarity Working Group, Palestine Organizing Toolkit. The document starts out with this heading. So they're not even saying that this is not a toolkit. It is a toolkit. And it says, this is the other thing. There's a tagline there. Is there a protest near you? Because they're going to tell you, well, if you are interested, well, they're not even saying if you are interested, you better go there. And then they tell you there are different ways of in which these protests are being made. And if you're interested in going for this one, go here. If you're going for this one, if you would like to have some posters, use these. So I'm going to share with you all those things. So my small request to all of you is to like this video, because I know I'm waking you up with some sensational news. I needed to do this thing because I had been working on this for many hours today. And I said, this is not something that I can just, stream it and then not take questions if you have any. There's going to be a lot of those things that's coming up. Here is the top. Here's the next slide. This is the top table of contents they have. It's like a book, Is there a protest near you? Then what are the demands you should be making? What are the key resources you have? And then take action, organizing ideas. Then they say, what are the things that you can do? Palestine and BDS 101A. This is like a course, 101. In United States parlance, when somebody says 101, that is the first course. Like 101 chemistry means like the basics of chemistry in, say, bachelor's level, undergrad level. Film screenings, if you want to do film screenings. Then rally, march, direct action. What the heck is direct action? I don't know. I hope it is not something more than just shouting slogans. But they also are telling that now some of these marches are being aggressively countered by pro-Zionists. So here is what you need to do. Go look for the nearest marshal. This is a famous Rahul Gandhi saying about air getting off. If you understand what I'm trying to say. Fundraiser event. Create fundraiser events. Organize to pass a local anti-Zionist resolution. It could be anybody. Go to the schools, city council. Just say, okay, we need this thing passed. In fact, the Democratic Socialist Alliance, this is a group of the Democratic Party of the United States, and they are solidly behind this. Interestingly enough, you know that the squad members are behind it. They've been mouthing loud and quite loud. Of course, their boss Bernie Sanders is quiet, and Barack Obama is even more quiet. But the interesting thing that happened was Sri Thanedar, who's a freshman congressman from Michigan in the Congress, he quit this DSA. And then he made that speech. I hope you saw that because it was put on unlisted mode. And I had Utsav and Sehun come and talk about what was going on. So I hope you guys watch that one. Otherwise, you can go back to that link and watch that video. And there is a link there on what was the speech of Sri Thanindar. It's a pretty powerful one. Then organize. Okay, that was done. Protest safely. Wow. Then messaging guidelines. Is taking over an airport and trying to pull out or make Jews threaten them to lynch protesting safely? I think not. Where to get your information? So there is a where to also. What do you want to get? Where do you want to get? Here's the other thing. Is there a protest near you? So if you look at the table of contents, I just took the top line, which is there a protest near you? It says, check these calendars. Guys, they have calendars for countrywide. And I'm going to show you a snippet of what is happening in United States. Which state, which city in which state, what date, what time. I mean, if the law enforcement organization gets their hand, they better be ready with it to make sure that they don't even congregate in the first place. Or my favorite idea, have CCTVs installed and start videotaping everyone. Have like a blockade where they have to pass through a detector. Make sure that everybody's good facial profile is taken. Then you can start weeding out all the illegals, right? Anyway, so there are all these different protest events under these broadly 4 categories. Gaza is Palestine. See, this is what I told you. They want to try and say, no Hamas, no, nothing. It's only Gaza. And Gaza has Palestine. Therefore, the whole thing is Gaza is Palestine. Then there is something called as the Answer Coalition. Then there is Samidun, and then USCPR. I did not have time to research 2, 3, and 4, but you get an idea that it is not a one-type protest. They are giving you different themes, and you can go to this one, you can go to that one, you can protest here. And also for each theme, they have posters. And I'm going to share with you some of the posters that I downloaded. Now, here is the first one, which is Gaza is Palestine. If you look at the logo there, it's right in the top, Gaza is Palestine. You may not be able to see the line entries. I'm going to zoom in and I'm going to read a couple of entries. It says, find a protest near you. And you can just scroll through. It starts with the first town it starts with is Albany, New York. And then it says, I'm just going to come closer to tell you what it is. On 10/31/2023, 2:30 a.m., ceasefire now is the name of the protest. Think about it. 2:30 a.m., Albany, New York. Now things are getting really cold. Who's going to come? Wait, then I thought about it. It's a small, teeny, mini letter there. IST. You know what IST is? Not Indian Standard Time. It is Israel Standard Time. So whoever put this thing together must be reference to Gaza clock. See the coordination here. Everywhere, everybody, these people are going off of a toolkit, which means many knew what was coming down the pipe on the 7th. I mean, the investigating authorities really should go into depth in this toolkit. Even if they scramble it and change the links and so on and so forth, they can't do it. You know why? Because I saw at least 30 to 40 links. To change 40 links when people are used to going to a certain point, not easy. That's all I'm trying to say. But more importantly, this actually leaks out. This is the Greta Thunberg moment of this particular protest. If the police act, in a proactive manner and connect the dots quickly, a lot of these protests won't even happen. Guaranteed. You block off all the streets. You just allow them to come in on one street. Okay, they can protest. But what I'm trying to tell the law enforcement agencies, and they know this job better than I do, is to say that make sure you've got a mugshot of each and every one going in, because you want to do some back-end processing while they are protesting. Then what happens? You know how many of them are illegal. Do this thing in 4 protests. After that, no protests. I guarantee it. Okay, so the first one is Albany, New York, then Baltimore, Maryland. So 2:30 a.m. Israel Standard Time is I think it's 10 hours or something like that. It could be 9 hours. It doesn't matter, guys. Point I'm trying to make is it is sometime during the daytime in US. This particular group of protests, they are all for United States, and we have only seen a few. This is supposed to be happening 10:31 tomorrow. Then we have Baltimore 10:31 again, and it's Baltimore, Moners, Kaddish, then Burlington, Vermont, Cambridge, Massachusetts, Cleveland, Ohio, Floyd, Virginia. You see how many places they are planning on protesting? Where's the money for all these guys? How the heck did they get all these things in mind? So it's all going off of a toolkit. In fact, I'm going to show you some of the posters. These are available, free, downloadable. All you need to do is to go to the local sign shop. Some of them will do, like, I think a Costco or Walmart photo will do this thing in a couple of hours for you. So here is one. From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. This is it's a catch-all damning statement, because how is from the river to the sea possible? That's only possible if the entire state of Israel is wiped out. That is not going to happen. That is not going to happen. Dream on, guys. This is not going to happen. In fact, the funding proposal of Biden has a very interesting outlook on this whole thing. I've seen some snippets, and I'm not sure if this is official yet. So I'm just going to wait for some more time. I'll have a follow-up where I'll be explaining to you what the breakdown of this is, and then we will go into what exactly is going to happen in Israel. What is Israel going to do with this money? Very, very fascinating. And then here is the next one. Stop the genocide, free Palestine. So like this, there were like, I think 40 or 50 posters that I saw. You have taglines, what to shout, hey, hey, ho, ho, that usual stuff that we hear in United States. So clearly, this is completely aimed at trying to get the American audience. And the reason for that is they figure that America is where they have really penetrated it, because many of the undergraduate students have been indoctrinated. Wokeism, they're riding this wokeism bus, and they think that there are enough people brainwashed now. You saw what happened in Harvard. In fact, I also saw that a donor to Columbia University, a very, very rich billionaire, he has also stopped the funding to Columbia University. None of them have really come out and said that this is wrong, that what the students did was wrong. No unconditional thing. They are still hedging on this freedom of speech BS. Freedom of speech has some boundaries, guys. You can't celebrate 3,000 people being massacred. That too, many. I heard that 2,000 are expected to have been, amputated or butchered in one form or the other. And you are saying that is the right thing to do? Never mind that you are trying to morph Hamas act to the entire cause of Palestine. And every time you create your own land, you go and mess it up. Like, for example, Hamas. From 2005, Israel was not running Hamas. From 2005, Israel was not running Gaza. It was first supposed to be Fatah. In 1 year or so, Hamas completely finished them off, and then they took over. After that, no elections and complete autocratic, despotic rule. And whatever aid is coming in, that's being used to build tunnels. Is this the administration for you? You already got your separate state. What did you do with it? You ruined it. Then where's the question of free Palestine? There's nothing, guys. This is nothing but this stupid, again, this toolkit that's being used. And I'm hoping and praying that more channels will start picking this up, and that law enforcement agencies will know what is happening, and you need to do this thing unconditionally. Because I have some numbers that's going to shock you. So far in the last 2.5 years, this is not a prediction, this has been more or less validated. 3.2 million illegals have crossed into the United States. 3.2 million, of which 665 are known terrorists, and their location today is unknown. They don't know where they are. They just came and melted. I told you, right? People are just coming in, taking a bus and going to wherever their relatives were. And now there are close to 18,000 Chinese who have come in this 3.2 million. 18,000 Chinese. They're very proud, right? Why are they wanting to come in? So there is some more stuff that is going to be coming down the pipeline. The Venezuelans, I think last month alone was 260,000. I hope this event should slow things down. In fact, slow things down so much that zero come in. This whole joke about DACA has run its course now. I don't care what any Democrat thinks. This is all BS. It's another charade to try and see the Republicans do gerrymandering. You guys are bringing in illegals, and then with a slate of hand, you'll get them all citizenship. Whereas all those people who are coming through the proper way of becoming permanent resident and then the green, then the citizen, they have to wait for 10, 15. Philippines is like unbelievable. They don't even count anymore how many years it takes to get a green card if you are from Philippines. So this is what has happened now, and I'm hoping, like I said, that you guys will all watch it. You will share this video and let people come back and tell us, no, this is not the toolkit, because they're already exposed. There have been so many events. Now let us see how many of these events actually take place, like the one in Albany, the one in Maryland, and so on and so forth. Baltimore, Maryland. So fun time, guys. And I have this is only like 10% of the document. There's much more planned there, and in very, very great detail also. So we have to wait and see how the law enforcement agencies are going to react to this, and let's have some fun. Clearly, they crossed the line when they did what they did in Rajasthan, and I think this is going to be dealt with a very, very firm hand. Anyway, that's all I have for today. Let me see if there are any questions, and then I will try and answer those questions. Here we go. Yeah, we have a couple of questions here. I'm just lining them up, so give me a second. So true. Wow, such great English. Here we go. We have a couple of questions. Thank you, Talk Super Tank. And next question. Pradeep Shori wants to know, do you see Modi to visit Israel or meet PMO to demonstrate to Bharat, Israel and DOT alliance that terrorism has no space? I think he will not go anywhere for the next 2 weeks at least because of the elections. And he's planned a campaign stop in just about every state. But really, there is no need to go. And I think what was happening was many of these heads of state went to Israel to counsel caution, not saying that they should not go into Gaza, but to move in cautiously. And you're seeing that Israel is moving very, very cautiously inside. There was last night also there was ground movement, and they are not sharing anything now. So this is the other information. The internet isn't working inside, and they are also not sharing what they are seeing. But little things are leaking out here and there. I tweeted out about a 16-year-old girl, poor thing. She was also one of the victims that was picked up from the music festival. And then IDF has located her body charred, burnt. Very, very sad. And I tweeted that out. I wish I had linked that also here, but I didn't have time to add that. But this is becoming more and more apparent. So that's why I think they have said no more negotiations for hostages. They have assumed the worst. Let's put it that way. And there are still 3 Indians missing. I don't know. There are 8 Russians also. So the only country, now you can see which countries are not there. And then you can say, okay, these people knew. That's why there was no one. I'm just kidding. But you see the toolkit basically gives the game away. Who is the culprit here is going to be known. Next question. Talk Super Tank wants to know, is it reasonable to expect that Jamaat-e-Islami would be banned? Banned where, my friend? In India. It should have been, but we've been saying this for a long time. You can ban an organization. You can even take the leadership under custody. But the ideas, they have become very distributed, like the way they did 9/11, right? Everything was done in distributed silos. Each silo did not know what the other silo was doing. Only one or two coordinators at the top were actually keeping track of what was happening and directing traffic, so to speak. So whatever it is that we are trying to do, banning somebody is not going to stop it. What needs to happen, and I've been saying this for a long time, some movement is happening in that direction, which is that the madrasas, what is being taught in madrasas, that needs to be, first you close madrasas for regular education. They can only have like a Sunday school, or maybe if you want Friday school. The other times they have to go to public school, get education like everybody else. And this needs to happen in India. This needs to happen today. Like this next June, they need to do this thing. Between now and June, 6 months, close down all these madrasas. I know this will take, the people will scream. They'll say, oh, Islam khatre mein. Look, they have showed their hand. In fact, today, if you do a surprise check on 100 mosques, and you will have advanced information of the troubled spots. Go and check those troubled spots, the mosques in those troubled spots. See what you find out. It is not religious material, something else. That should convince the Modi government that these plans are afoot in India also. Don't react. Don't keep reacting. Get a little bit proactive. That's all I would say. I think that's all the questions we have for now. So I'm going to wrap it up now. Thank you so much for joining in at such an early time of the day and asking these questions. I hope this data was beneficial. Like I said, there will be more such episodes in the future. All I can request those of you who have not yet subscribed to our channel is please subscribe to our channel. And if you have not become a member of P Guru's YouTube channel, please consider doing so. Namaskar.